Today we're following Tyr of House Kvitram, a sturgeon taken as a prisoner of war by the Empire, and he has now been sold into gladiator battles to earn his freedom. And so let's start at the beginning of this adventure, and it all starts in the city of Rote. With no money to his name and literally starving, we enter the arena but find that there's no tournaments in Rote, and so we ask where the nearest tournament is, and it's all the way over in Ortisia or Fikayon. And so we make the long trek down to Ortisia, starving, losing our health on the way. And so we enter our first gladiator battle with a little disadvantage, less HP and no armor. See here. Oh, that was almost a death. There we go, nice. The winner of this battle would also get a Imperial decorated mail over stripped cloth, which is quite a good starter armor item, and hopefully that would be us. Nice. There we go. The positive of having no armor is that we were actually faster, and I used my speed to be able to build distance with my enemies and then get free hits in. Let's go! First tourney already won. We had won our first tournament and I was pretty happy because the armor was actually a lot better than I thought it would be, but we were also starving, so I was in a predicament. Do we sell the armor and buy food, or do we put on the armor and hope that we get some money along the way? I really do not want to sell that armor piece, but I don't think we have an option. I decided to equip the armor and just try our luck, so I went over to a nearby imperial city of Yalmaris. We found some looters on the way, but we walked right past them. I then talked to the tournament master where we figured out there was these practice fights that you can actually earn money from, but you had to be the last one standing. And so we jumped into this practice match, and hopefully we're the last one standing. So far, so good. We were lucky to start with javelins as our weapons, and I was able to find a lot of javelins around the arena as well, which gave us the advantage of dealing damage at range, and we didn't have to sacrifice our already low HP. We had killed the 8 opponents out of 25, and now there was only one guy left. So... oh, we did it! Oh! Japanese fight was something to remember at last one standing. Your course went to top for. Do you want to give it another go? I did not want to give it another go because it actually took a long time to do this, but hey, we got the money. We were able to buy some food in a nearby village because it was a lot cheaper. We bought some hogs, I slaughtered them, and then sold back the hides for some money in return, because having varied foods will also give you a better morale. We then made our way down south to Zionica, where there was another tournament. And this time there was a helmet, a spiked kettle, over some padding, but our enemies were a lot better equipped this time. How many times do I have to hit you? No! We've been beaten at the last second, but hey, it was a good fight. Sadly, neither the helmet or the renown will go to us. But hey, we don't give up that easily, and so we go back up north to another part of a new empire, and we go to Fikayon. Imperial Nasal Spangen helmet. Well, there's a tournament being held that also has a helmet as a reward. So eagerly wanting a helmet, of course, we jump in, and again, our enemies are a little bit better equipped. I fight my way all the way up to the last duel, and we're against an Imperial Militia Archer. And hopefully this time it would go a little bit better. Nice. The Militia Archer stood no chance, and we of course won our helmet. I then made my way further northeast, where we got to Mysia. And here there was quite an interesting reward. It was an Imperial headwear. The Crown of Basileus. Imperial headwear, Crown of Basileus. What? Oh, because there's 2 lords here. Having no clue what that is, of course I'm gonna fight for that, and hopefully we of course win it. Boom. Boom. The last 2 duels of that tournament was quite difficult, but hey, we did it. And we had won the Imperial Crown of Basileus. When we went to the shops, it only costed 2,600 and it wasn't even that good, but it was still a really cool find, and I'm happy that we at least got it. I then decided to use some of the money that we had to buy a horse, so our movement speed on the map would be a lot faster. And of course, we ended up being a lot faster, and I then went into another nearby tournament where we had to fight for our dear lives just to win. No, what? And again, we had super intense 1v1 duels. I really love these, but they're really intense. One wrong move and you're dead. And after a long duel, we were able to actually win the tournament, and we moved on to the next city of Legia. But there was another tournament, but this time it was an Imperial Feathered Ridged helmet with a metal crest for the victor, which is usually a rarer helmet, and it's also pretty good. Plus, it looks really cool. So I went to this tournament hoping that we would of course win it. Nice. And yet again, we were stuck in the middle of a long, intense 1v1. What's really scary when you're in one of these duels is that if you're in the Empire, for example, the swords that you're using are really good at stabbing. So if the enemy does one stab and it hits you in the throat or the face, you're most likely dead. Nice. Let's go, brother. Woo! Easy. Dude, that's such a cool helmet as well. Like, really. Oh, we're Clan Tier 1. Nice. Boom. Hell yeah. Let's sell that Lordly helmet. 7k. Easy. And we're Clan Tier 1. We had gotten to Clan Tier 1, we had won the helmet, and I decided to sell all of our gear and buy some new gear. And with this new gear, we of course look more the part, and we look more like a gladiator. Because half the effort of being a gladiator is of course winning the crowd. And with this style, I think we're doing pretty well. After this, I then jump into a bunch of tournaments to show them who's really boss. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. Took long enough. Recruits. And after finishing a few tournaments, grinding with our new outfit, we have racked up a decent amount of money, and we're starting to rack up a decent amount of reputation as well. And so I decided to do yet another upgrade, and now we're looking even better. We got some better gauntlets for ourselves, we got a better skirt, and I also pick up a bronze shield and a short sword. And then we get back on the grind again because I have some plans. But before we can get those plans into fruition, we have to grind a little bit more. Boom! After winning a few tournaments, I finally decide there's something that we have to do. I go to inspect the troop tree of the gladiators, and these will be the gladiators that we will use to rule the world and take over Calradia. We have everything from our initiates of Tiros to Tiros Sagittari, Arcetor, Veteranus Sagittarius, and we have Champion Sagittari. We also have our Probatio, Murmillo, we have our champions, and we also have our Traex, Retiarius, Plumbata, Gladiator, and Hoplomachus. And since we have come so far, and we're already halfway to clan tier 3, I decided it's time for us to make our clan something new. And so we changed our name to Legia Invicta. And we changed our banner to fit more of our gladiator status. We are no longer sturgeons, we truly represent the gladiators, and soon we're gonna give them all freedom. And so we also recruit our first initiates. We got our initiate, Artiro, and we talk to Salusios the broker, who has a quest for us. He needs us to help with a caravan ambush and kill some raiders. We can try this. We have our initiate gladiators. We can try. Oh yeah, it's cavalry. This might be really difficult, because I don't think our initiates has that good of a gear. And after recruiting a bunch of initiates, we of course help them out. Oh, look at our gladiators. Hell yeah. Just get in there, actually, because they're already trapped. Some of them are a bit trapped. Nice. Then we move back into formation again. Yeah, run away, you coward. This was such a long battle, and it was honestly just such a struggle because our units didn't have the gear they needed to actually deal with cavalry. They only had Imperial short swords, and so they really struggled. But hey, we were able to do it, and we got some gear from it, and we also got paid. Then running around in the valleys and mountains of the Empire, we find 42 mountain bandits, and I get the idea of trying to pit our 80 plus initiates against these 42 mountain bandits to see just how good they are. We took some losses, but it went a lot better than I thought it actually would. And I also after this hunted some small bandit groups, and it got to the point where we could upgrade all of our initiates. And so I started thinking a little bit, and I ended up with going for 20 archers of the Tiro Sagittari, and then upgrading the rest into Probatio, as I feel like that is a good split for melee and ranged. Our gladiators are not really the best ranged either. Our archers aren't really... I just think that in general, our archers are not better than other factions. We might be lacking a lot in the archer department, but I do think that our gladiator melee units will do a little bit better, but also they're not the best armor, so I'm kind of interested to see how this will go in the future. But also realizing we were so close to clan tier 3, I decided to get back on the grind at what we do best, and that's being a gladiator. There's a Murmillo here. And so we start joining a bunch of different tournaments, and here we also go into tournaments where we fight these gladiators that we're gonna recruit. We fight a bunch of Traex and Murmillo. It's really cool to fight them, and they're also really tanky and really scary to fight, but it also gives us a really good look at how well they will probably do in the future. There we go, finally. Guys, how's this fair? How's this fair? Tell me how that was fair. Oh wait, it wasn't. Nice. At this point, we were starting to get really close to actually getting to Clan Tier 3. I had lost some tournaments here and there because sometimes we would go up against them with Milo in the last duel and I would just lose. And so we only just had a few tournaments left to do, and soon, hopefully, we would be there.
Slay them!
If we win this, we get the Clan Tier 3. We have to win. We won. Let's go! This was the last tournament that we had to win, and we had done it. We could have 134 troops now. That's crazy. That is legit crazy. Oh my god. Boom, 135 troops. Oh, this is crazy. Look at that. Our gladiators are rising. My name is Tyr. Let's see. What's your thoughts on politics? Our family has always sent its sons to become generals. It has been a privilege to lead the men of the empire into battle. Without these men, there would be no empire. The great estates of the senators would be blackened ash. The soldiers of the empire don't ask for much in return. They want an emperor who will train them hard, fight them hard, and reward them generously. Let them choose the man to do that. The heavens know I loved Arenikos. I shed my blood for him, but his dream of peace with our neighbors was moonshine. You can have war on the frontiers or war at home. I prefer war on the frontiers. Let the men earn glory, gold, and tales to tell their grandchildren. I have a plan. What if we join the Western Empire? We try to gain as much power as possible, and we overthrow Garrios. And we let the we're gonna make the gladiators rule. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Pledge allegiance, yada 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 yada. And he believed it. He also wants us to raid 3 villages. He'll give us 15,000 for doing that and 3,000 for every extra village that we raid. We can do that. And so the plan had been formed, and we joined the Western Empire under Garrios. The bigger plan, the bigger picture is of course that we're going to use Garrios' arrogance and his multi-front border to gain power for ourselves and then eventually do a coup. We do have big hopes for the gladiators, but I think we can do this. We have the heart and we're brave. And this will be one hell of a journey. The thing is, we have a quest, right, to go raid enemy territory. But the thing is, we don't really have the army to do so. We have 73 tier 2s and 42 tier 1s, and I want to get at least a tier 3 army, like at least some trikes, before we start fighting the Vlandians. So I don't really know what to do. We didn't really quite yet have the military that we needed to attack the Vlandians. The Vlandians had way higher tier army than we could actually deal with. And so I started moving towards Rote as it was under siege. I wanted to check what was going on. Rote actually had big enough garrison to just fend off the whole siege. So I decided to go around, maybe start our quest, and raid Vatea of Gersagos castle. But that was also under siege by another imperial army. Could raid Vatea, perhaps. Oh, they took the Gersagos castle, never mind. Nice. They're just doing a long siege here. They're trying to take down the walls, it seems like. Well, for the owner of Gersagos castle. Wow, we're getting Gersagos castle already. We're already getting a castle. Oh, okay. This is a great start. And just like that, we've gotten our first castle. And Gerzego's castle is actually one of those castles that's easier to defend once you're in physical combat. I'll take care of this then. Oh, Garios. Okay, we got Garios here to help us out. Oh, he's down to join. We can still wait though, because I think they're... Oh yeah, no, they're a very high tier army here. It's a very high tier. Okay, we're just gonna wait. Oh, never mind. Garios went in. Okay, I guess we're going in.
Move out!
I think we'll just make a square out of our people. That'll be better. Let's see, they have a decent amount of cavalry as well. We have a lot of infantry. I mean, our infantry alone outnumber their infantry. That doesn't really mean much, because their archers will just eat us. I would potentially do a flank, to be honest. They have cavalry over there. Let's put our troops over here in the woods, because it'll be protected sorta-ish by cavalry. And then we also have a little flank on the enemy here whenever the infantry gets closer.
Infantry! Footmen! Move out!
I should move forward a little bit. Oh, we're gonna take a lot of losses here, but I think that's fine. And then just charge. Let's see what we can do here. We might take a lot of losses here, but it's fine. This is our guy. Oh, the motion blur is a bit weird. Well, that's fine. We have the numbers here, so if we can just go behind them here and use my sword. Oh, he has a shield on his back. That won't work. That's our guy. Nice. Yeah, dude. This short sword stabbing gets through all the armor. Let's just rush the... let's just rush the archers real quick. They're running away. Are they running away or are they just changing positions? Yeah, we gotta be careful here. I think we're losing at these... Yeah, but... Nah, actually, we're losing a lot less than I thought we would. We only have 30 deaths so far. I'm fine with that. A lot less than I thought it would be, to be honest. Nice, we did it. We had 28 deaths and 27 kills. I'm fine with that. Our army is very not really good at the moment. After losing some of our army, because our army was definitely not fit for that battle, we at least won. I mean, we would have won either way, but it was nice to have a victory. And so we take all the gear and we take all the prisoners of the enemy lords and we put them into prison, where they belong. And then also reinforce my numbers back up to normal. We also then lost Gerzego's castle, and I wanted to make an army, but we didn't have the influence for it. Then something unexpected happened, and the Vlandians sent a peace offer, and of course, the Imperials voted yes. Like, again, we're not even losing that hard. Like, we could actually win this, but, I mean, sure. If you guys think so, we'll make peace with them. At least we're getting 560 tribute daily. After this, I went to go and kill some bandit hideouts, and I initiated a duel. Yeah, boys! We then went further south to help the war against the Aserai. We then joined a siege of Garantor Castle. Come on, just siege it. Just take it before the war ends. Take it before the war ends, please. This is bad. The Aserai are really on their way. Yeah, nice. Let's go. Okay, nice. Let's just take the castle, and then we'll just end the war. Oh, they have catapults, though. Oh no, and Approbatio is gonna get clapped by the archers. That's an issue here. Oh yeah, this is really bad. Our units are gonna die. And we already have 50 losses from our battalion. We have 50 losses from our legion already. This is... Oh, no. They have no body armor, you know? They're only Probatio. They don't really have body armor. I'll try to shield our boys here. We're taking so many losses. Yeah, we already lost over half our legion. Can we start on the gate, maybe? No, we don't really do that much damage. Yeah, no, the health isn't even moving. I should have upgraded them before the siege. I didn't think about this. But I didn't think we would be the main push of the gate. How's it going over there? I don't even know. We're gonna get rocks on us, but... Come on! Wait, they're throwing pilas through the holes. I'm gonna probably die here, but I don't really care. It's only me left! What? Guys! What's going on? We're leaving? Oh my god, everyone is leaving. I'm not gonna make it out of here. Holy hell, we lost so many. What did we even do? I did not expect our army to be the main push of the battering ram, making the whole total army lose all their morale because our gladiators just kept dying. This definitely was a siege that we could have won, but we didn't, thanks to poor management of whoever was leading that siege. I don't know who decides to put the most vulnerable army as the main push instead of as a flank. But hey, it is what it is. I went back to Ortusia and I started reinforcing my army again, which took some days. We then went back to Gladiator Castle as a field battle was going on and I wanted to help out. Okay, it's a field battle. We don't even have troops in the battle. This is gonna be very difficult because the Azerite, yeah, look at that. They have 22 Mamluk palace guards. What's happening right there? This guy is like vibrating. Are you okay, man? What's happening? I can't even see who's our enemy and who's not. That's one. Okay. Okay, we're retreating? What's going on? Why are we retreating? We just gained all this ground. Why are we going back? What's going on? What's going on? Why not just set up a defense? Why are we retreating? Now it's gonna become the real fight. I don't know why we're walking though. This is absurd to me. Let's try to flank, boys. Follow me, Probatio. Probatio. Sorry, Probatio. I'm not going to use the two-handed sword. There's no need. I'm better... No way that turned the battle. It did. That actually turned the battle. Wow. Okay. Probatio. Okay. This was an absolutely crazy battle. Even though the Azerite were outnumbered by like over 100 people, they were still able to do massive amounts of damage, and that's because of how balanced the whole Azerite army is. They have great cavalry, great infantry, great shock infantry, great archers. Everything they have is great. They're the jack of all trades, and their Mamluk palace guards sure made a number on our troops. We then re-established the siege, and of course the garrison now had way less numbers, and so it was just an easy auto-resolve, and the castle was now imperial. But our legion had taken heavy losses, as we only had around 40 to 50 people left. Then, as expected, we got a peace offer, but it was not the peace offer that I had expected, because suddenly we had to pay tribute, and it was 680 tribute. I personally think that we could actually have won the war, but without me having enough influence, it would be hard to do so. So we just accepted it. We then of course had the voting for the new owners of Gladiator Castle. Let's go! Let's go! Legia Invicta! We got it. Oh, we have 2 castles now. I then took my time to really organize our castles, put up different things that I wanted, and also get some companions to then be the governors of those castles. I also sent off the old garrison to other imperial castles to gain influence. But then we're in peace times, and of course I went to kill a lot of bandits, because I wanted XP for our army, and I also wanted higher clan tier. And of course money, because who doesn't want money? Money is nice. Money is great. But peace wouldn't last for long, as Garios declared war on the Battanians. Oh, we got war with Battania. Here we go, boys. We're at war. I then went straight to one of my castles, Veron Castle, because it was on the border of the Battanians, and both their towns were being raided. I mean, it doesn't really help to put these guys in a shield wall. They barely have shields. But, you know, we're gonna hold this choke point pretty much. They're gonna funnel in here, and then we'll just clap them. Here we go. Here they come. We're gonna wait, we're gonna wait, we're gonna wait. Let them funnel in, let them funnel in. Let them funnel in. And now, surround them. Around them! This is easy, guys. Oh, we have been taken down in battle, but our army was just better, stronger, and smarter. And so they, of course, killed these raiders. I also used my influence to gather an army with the rest of the lords that were available. It wasn't a big army, but it's something. And we go into our second defense. Archers are very... That's fine, though. Then we just wait, and then we wait, and then we wait, and then we wait, and then we charge. Nice. Nice. Oh, we did it. Nice. We had 16 deaths. I thought we were gonna have way more again. We then went up and helped a nearby battle, which we then of course auto-resolved because it was such a clear victory. I then went down next to Legia to just reinforce our troops, and Veron City and Galrin City were under raids again. And so we go back up to Veron. This time our army is more filled, and we go into our third defense. Get them! Is that a legionary? Oh my god. Nice, we did it. Let's go. We only had 2 deaths in our ranks. Well, for the owner of Traktore Castle? Us. Duh. Let's go! Let's go! 3 castles. And just like that, we had won another defense. And we got a third castle. And then upgraded our army because it was desperately needed. We got some Murmilos, and I also got some Traexes. We then went to Traktore Castle as our castle was being sieged by another big Battanian army. If we could wipe this one out, there wouldn't be much left of the Battanians. Here we go. They have a lot of infantry though. Here comes the rain. Get in there, boys. Come on. And just like that, their army was slaughtered, but it wasn't over yet. The Battanians hadn't given up, as another army had been formed north. And so we went north again to take them down before they got any bigger. Oh, you're done. Oh yeah, no, he has really low tier army as well. That's a lot of tier 1s, it looks like. Does he have a lot of square shields, I think? Maybe I'm just also blind, you know? Forgot to give my troops. Well, I guess these guys will be the first wave. I mean, I don't think we need anything else in the first wave. But here comes our wave after that, I think. I see some Murmillos in the background. Oh, he broke my shield. And we had slaughtered yet another army. There was really no way for the Battanians to come back anymore, and we had gained so much from this war. The armies were scattered, and very soon, peace would be here. Ah, there's the peace. Okay, well, we have 1, 2, 3 castles. That's pretty decent. Hell yeah, I'm really happy about that. Ooh, wow. Decorated Thamiskin steel spada. We're buying that for sure. Oh yeah, look at it. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow, with the pommel. Oh my god. That's beautiful. A little bit of an upgrade, better helmet and all. I think we should do that. We'll pay 35,000. We can sell the rest. 30,000. After upgrading our gear a little bit, I then also went to some more hideouts because I wanted to improve the relations to everyone around in the Empire, and there was a lot of enemy hideouts near our castles, and I didn't want our towns to be affected by them. Oh, nice fucking throw. Holy shit. Oh, our Triaxes are eating them though. Hey, don't stop that. You stop that, man. Don't touch my guy. That's my guy, man. Nice. Holy hell, our Triaxes are going crazy. Can we do a duel here? Because our Triaxes are kind of hurt. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, look at our Murmillos. They're so cool. Look at these boys. Ow, 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 ow. Our units have definitely proven quite useful in these hideout raids, which I was really happy with. Oh wow. We did it. Holy shit. We then also talked to Gusukan Beg, and we asked to marry Mela, which currently in this part of the game was one of the best wives that we could get, and we only had to pay 36,000. And so after so long, we finally actually got a wife into the Legion, which should have done way earlier, but I kind of just forgot because we were on the grind. The Legion was on the grind. After this, we also celebrated by upgrading our units even more. We got some veteran Murmillos, which are absolutely crazy, and we got some Gladiators. We then also upgraded Mela's gear because her gear wasn't bad, but it could definitely have some improvements, and so now she looks like a proper cavalry leader of the Empire. And so the Legia Invicta had gotten a really proper foothold into the Empire. But sadly, this saga ends here, and I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like, maybe subscribe, maybe even comment what you think. I will see you all the next time.